Give a poet an empty blank space, a paper to fill with heartful words. Give a musician 7 notes to fill with heartful, soulful symphony. Give an artist give an artist a canvas so that you fill with God's emotions. Give me a face to weave my magic on. This is Sandeep Molugu, a professional hair and makeup artist who has worked with a lot of amazing faces in the film industry. Not only them, but they're supermodels, they're philanthropists, they're sports people like Lakshmi Manchu, Regina Cassandra, Priya Anand, and etc. And P.V. Sindhu, Sani Mirza, and we also have our own Ramcharan Tej. His name is Allu Arjun, and of course Upasana Konedala. So I'm here to talk about and share my experiences of the stage. I also work with our own global star, Deepika Padukone. So here, this makeup wasn't there in me at all. It all started when I was a kid, I used to wonder how these actresses used to have these beautiful big lashes and used to have the entire, but then they getting ready. I used to mesmerize and used to be infatuated, used to be fascinated by all things in fashion. So later on, ever since I was a kid, I was always inclined towards beauty. So beauty is one thing which I really, really adore, and I used to enjoy it everywhere. Like you see a flower, or if you see a place, I enjoy feeling beautiful, and I feel so much about how beautiful God has created. Don't you think so? Yes? Yes. So when you are in that situation, when you have that in you, so why not I create myself as an artist? So I was also a dancer, so I also used to be performing on the stage. I was also a Shaman Davar Institute for Performing Arts. So since then, it was never looking back. I always wanted to do something in fashion, be it a makeup artist, or be it a fashion, or be it a choreographer, or be it or a fashion stylist, or maybe a designer. But since beauty is already there in me, why not to take a chance what I thought? So I shattered a filter from being a normal person and to be creative, and of course choose something which I really, really love and enjoy doing it, which is makeup. Alright? So since I was a kid, I used to look at the beauty amongst everybody. Luckily, my sister was a beautician, and then she asked me, she actually figured out that I could do something on my own. So I used to steal her products, makeup products, used to work on them, on myself, and then they used to really encourage me. That's when it all started. So growing up, I was like a normal school-going student, where I was always participated in cultural activities like dance performances and stuff. So I used to wear makeup on my own and then used to perform. So that was I could achieve something. I could do something on my own and never depend on somebody else. But I always was there on the stage performing just before going to stages to do makeup and then to perform. That was one thing that I really admired when I was a kid. So I never really bothered about a guy talking about me that I'm doing makeup, or somebody else is talking about me that I danced so well and stuff like that. But people around me have always encouraged me. I think that I'm lucky to be the one to be surrounded with people who really give you so much of motivation and a positivity. So since then, from a middle class family, I grew up to be like a normal college-going boy or a school boy, and I was never considered to be one of the typical stereo alpha male, rather you could say. So I was always bullied, of course, when you're a kid, when you are a dancer, when you do make on your own. But people feel something different in another person. But I did not really bother so much, but I always focused on myself. So I was so focused that I couldn't really see any negativity around me. So I was always think about the positives, you know. I remember when I was in school, people used to bully me and people used to make fun of me being dark or being short and being petite. Like I said, I've never fit into a alpha male, stereotype person. So since then, I was different. I was considered different, which I feel I'm lucky to be feeling that you're so different, you're so blessed that you can do something on your own. But growing up as another kid, so I was just joined intermediate, and my father wanted me to take finance. So finance is something which you have to deal with, accounts and taxation and stuff like that. But within me, my inner voice has always told me that you can do something. But back when I was in school, I was a math student. I was so good in maths that I wanted to join something. I wanted to, like y'all, I wanted to do engineering. So I wrote MSET and I scored. I was into one of the colleges selected to choose computer science. But I didn't really think I wanted to enjoy my college life. So I wanted to, of course, the account taxation was never in my mind. When I went to the college, I was there for a couple of months and I didn't really enjoy the atmosphere or studying. I really didn't feel as to what I wanted to do in life. So I took math as my subject. I joined as an MPC student in one of the colleges. Thereafter, since I was so good at math, and I completed my 12th grade, and I wanted to do something on my own. So, unfortunately, my dad passed away. So since then, I didn't want to depend on anybody. I always wanted to do everything on my own. So I never wanted to ask my mother money or do something because I was always inclined towards fashion. When I used to look at these people, when I used to look at the movie stars, fashion models, I wanted to dress up nicely and present nicely. So obviously, my parents wouldn't let me do anything which I feel that I wanted something to do on my own. So I decided to work. So I still good at math, and then I took home tuition for secondary students. Since while during my tuition where I used to teach students, one of the girls told me that I have good communication skills, so maybe I should do something on my own. So as a regular kid, as a college going student, you do not know what you want to do in life. Like maybe you wanted to become something, but you would rather do something else. Like maybe I wanted to do an engineer, but I did not do. I joined a college where MSc and MSCS is my computer science in my graduation. While during that time, but I still used to take home tuitions. So going in the morning to college and coming back in the evening, doing home tuitions and earning money on my own to have my pocket money. And then, since I joined MNC, I have continued. I joined MNC for night shift, something called night shift where you like a call center job, where you work in the nights and then in the daytime you're free. But this night shift will continue for a year or so. But later, I thought this is not meant for me. MNC life, going to corporate, going to a college, going to even office was not meant to me. Night shift was definitely not meant to me. And I literally used to sleep. Fall asleep, listening to people talking on the phone. I literally fall asleep because I thought I couldn't focus on what I was doing. So then I decided this is definitely not meant for me. And then slowly, years passed by. I still went on to doing a job which is 9 to 5, going regularly in the morning and coming back in the night. I did what I had to do, and then people used to still say that I still have something in me, which I have to come out and then express what I am and what I'm supposed to do in life and things like that. But I couldn't do 100% what I wanted to really do in life. So MNC was a thing, and then 9 to 5 was what 9 to 5 was the thing. So during that time, I was also like taking dance tutorials. So since I was a dancer, so I joined SPIPA, which is Shaman Towers Institute for the Performing Arts. So I was always there, doing like where from a dancer to you become a potential dancer, where you perform on the stage to become a professional dancer. So I was there like when I was doing my college and my, in fact I was doing when I was an MNC, I was to always attend classes to become a choreographer. So again, I thought maybe I should become a choreographer and teach dance to the students of fellow dancers. But I always was the first one to be participating in the competitions in the school, in college, and in my corporate life. So people used to say that I have creativity in me, I should do something which on my own, and things like that. But after MNC, like during the process, I also gave 100%. It's not that I did not give. I did my regular job, 9 to 5, and then slowly got into healthcare industry where it was like, not 9 to 5 job, but of course it was from the evening because the US timings were different. So evening till midnight, and then I was doing it, and then I slowly grew up to become a soft skills trainer and voice maximist. I was always into doing something which is into quality analyzing. So these kind of jobs that I'm promoted to become, even better. So since I've given 100% of what, at least there has to be something which a company can give me. So, but I do not really enjoy. And then suddenly I thought maybe I should do something like fashion, makeup, and beauty, since it is already there in me. So I thought my focus went on to my friend who's an artist also called Elton Fernandez. So looking at his pictures, what he has done, it really inspired me. I mean, I was so in love with the fact that, this guy can do. I mean, it's like me going to college, going to an MNC is also same thing like me, who used to go to a job 9 to 5 and things like that. But this guy has actually made me believe that I have something in me. So I thought, why this guy has done? Why couldn't I do? I do. So I did. So since it's already there in me, so why not since I was also a dancer, so why not I take my friend or fellow dancers to do makeup on and try and see how that's going to look. And then soon after that, I took my friends, I really concentrated and focused on what I was doing. So I took a friend of mine, I used to experiment on different things, experiment different looks, and we used to take pictures. There, we didn't have, talking about back in the year 2009 and 10, we didn't have any smartphones, but I used to take like camera pictures, I used to upload, and I used to give it to the photographers and magazines. So since I was there on Facebook, so it was social media booming at that point in time, so I used to take pictures and then post it on Instagram. So slowly, since Hyderabad was not so much grew up in terms of beauty and fashion and all of these designers and stuff, so I was I can probably say that I was one of the guys who was already been there for years, and then I thought I'd just enhance my skills and improve it. So I did it on my own, and I now consider to be a self-taught makeup artist in this field. So soon after my MNC, like while I was doing MNC, since I approached photographers, magazines, so they really liked my work. So then one of the magazines really liked my work, and it's called Trends Magazine at that time, where I had to work on a supermodel. So guess what? That was my first cover on the magazine, on a supermodel called Vicky Chatterjee. So I was so joyful and elated. I thought this is what it is, that I wanted to see so much of my work and my art on a magazine cover, which is so good. I mean, imagine when you have something that you want to show, and then it's there on display on everywhere. Like you see, can you see? If you just imagine your picture is on the magazine cover, how do you feel? You feel that good. I mean, I felt that good as well when my work and my art is on the cover of a magazine, of a lifestyle and beauty magazine. So it was a relative joy, obviously. And then soon after, one of the photographer friends, also a photographer for the magazine, called Stars magazine, which is again a movie magazine where I had to work on. He selected me to work on the actresses or actors and stuff. There I met Priya Anand. So Priya Anand is the first actress that I worked on in the South Indian film industry, and she really encouraged me. She knew that I had potential to become a makeup artist, a professional makeup artist. And then, since I was doing corporate life at the same time, I did not give my job. I did not really give my job at all. I still continued to pursue what I was supposed to do in the corporate life. But since I had a time in hand in the morning and then going back in the evening to work, I had in the morning, and that slot, I took the challenge of working on people that I would love to do. So since I was an employee with a photographer for Stars magazine, so I did what I had to do. So I in fact fulfilled the job. And so whoever actresses comes at that point in time to do shoots, I was always there ready to do. Since Priya Anand was one of the artists that I first worked, and thereafter Samantha, and there was Shraddha, there was Nagachete, all of these people were, who I worked with at that point in time. Imagine when you were young, when you're new to the industry, and you got the opportunity to work with such big stars, how do you feel? You feel good, right? Don't you think so? You're so lucky. Why? Because your inner voice tells you that what you're supposed to do in life. I mean, you always have to feel what is there inside has to project it outside. So when you feel that good, obviously everything falls in place. Your focus changes, your desire changes, your profession changes. What you feel brings out naturally, like the way I'm talking right now. Don't you think so? Yes? Okay. Then, so Priya, since I was a corporate employee, I used to do night shifts and used to go in the morning, so like that. So I never used to sleep. So I was all the while excited, to do my job, to work on people, because I was new. So I was all excited to work on models, I was all excited to work on people and actresses and stuff. So then after the Stars magazine cover was featured with Priya Anand. So since Priya had thought that I had potential in me, so now she gave me a good view saying that, you have this project, we have to go to the US, we have to work in such a big project. She did not mention the name. Now, guess what? What was my name? If you have like one or two people who have read about me, or maybe you would know me. But I think my friend knows. Who's sitting right here. But yeah, Priya Anand gave me an opportunity. Guess what? It was a big project called English Range. Alright? So this is the one which I really felt so good because it was Sridevi, that side, and I traveled to the US. So it all came to place and it all fell. So what I wanted to say is, now I'm a leading makeup artist. So have you all seen the Masha movie where Ranbir Kapoor gets obligated and feels depressed? So when you don't want to do the things which you wanted to do, but when you're not doing it is maybe you should do something for yourself, I think. So now today I want to bring out something in the future where there's hierarchy in the film industry, where I want to eradicate and say to hire more key makeup artists in the industry. Now I'm here to say that nothing would really be possible if you haven't focused in life or to do something that you love to do. That's all.